Carl Jung, the secret to unlocking your true potential in life. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom, Aristotle once said, and nowhere is this truth more powerful than in the journey to unlocking your true potential. In today's video on spiritual wisdom, we'll explore Carl Jung's timeless insights on how understanding yourself can transform not only your choices, but your entire life. These principles aren't just ideas to admire. They're tools you can apply daily to grow, heal, and step into the person you were meant to become. What do you think holds the key to unlocking your greatest potential talent, passion, or self-awareness? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we dive deeper together. 1. Individuation and self-knowledge. Jung taught that realizing your true potential is not simply about talent or external success, but about deep self-knowledge gained through individuation, the lifelong process of integrating the conscious and unconscious into a unified whole. When you know yourself fully, you stop living according to expectations and begin walking a path that reflects your authentic nature. Without this knowledge, many chase careers, relationships, or goals that society praises, only to feel unfulfilled. But when you align with your inner truth, every step carries meaning. Even when the road is difficult, individuation reveals that much of who you are lies hidden beneath the surface, like the unseen mass of an iceberg. By confronting your unconscious, your shadows, your patterns, your forgotten strengths, you recover the parts of yourself that give depth and authenticity to your life. This integration is a form of spiritual awakening, for it shows that your struggles and desires are not isolated, but connected to universal archetypes that belong to all humanity. Recognizing these patterns allows you to heal, to forgive yourself, and to live with greater compassion toward others. In modern life, this journey is more vital than ever. Surrounded by noise, comparison, and constant pressure, it is easy to lose yourself in paths that are not yours. Individuation is the antidote, grounding you in authenticity, so your choices are no longer reactions to outside demands, but expressions of your true self. This alignment between inner and outer life brings a quiet strength that no external achievement can equal. It is not about perfection, but about wholeness, embracing both light and shadow, both strength and vulnerability, as essential parts of your being. Through this process, you awaken to the truth that your life has a unique rhythm and purpose. Self-knowledge becomes the foundation of genuine freedom, because when you know yourself, you no longer need to chase validation. You create a life that naturally resonates with your soul. Individuation is not just personal growth. It is an act of contribution to the collective spirit. For every individual who awakens adds to the light of humanity. In choosing this path, you discover not only your true potential, but also the joy of living a life that is deeply and unapologetically your own. Have you ever truly looked within to understand who you are? If you've already begun this journey of individuation and self-knowledge, share your insights in the comments so others can be inspired. If not, simply comment, "I will begin to take the first step toward unlocking your true potential." 2. Facing passions and inner shadows. True spiritual development begins when you have the courage to face the desires, fears, and hidden wounds you often try to bury, because what you avoid will continue to control you in silence. Carl Jung taught that your true potential is unlocked not by escaping your inner shadows, but by integrating them into your conscious life, allowing every part of you, both light and dark, to contribute to your wholeness. Journaling is not just writing words on paper, but a sacred dialogue with your soul, where the silence of forgotten emotions finally finds a voice. Dream analysis is not mere fantasy, but a bridge to your subconscious, where symbols reveal truths your waking mind resists. Self-reflection, though uncomfortable, is the mirror that shows you the root of your reactions and the passions you have denied, giving you the chance to reclaim the energy you once abandoned. In a world that constantly demands speed and distraction, these practices invite you to slow down and listen to yourself with honesty. They remind you that fears are not curses, but doors to courage. Repressed desires are not shameful, but clues to your authentic self. And inner shadows are not enemies, but teachers guiding you toward wisdom. By choosing to confront rather than avoid, you transform heaviness into clarity, confusion into meaning, and wounds into strength. This is the heart of spirituality, an awakening that comes not from escaping reality, but from embracing it fully, integrating every hidden piece until you become whole. The message is clear. Do not run from your shadows, for they are the very path to light. And through this journey of integration, you will discover freedom, creativity, and a life of deeper purpose. 3. Conscious choice and personal responsibility. Carl Jung believed that we are not defined by what has happened to us, but by what we choose to become, reminding us that life is shaped by conscious choice and personal responsibility. When you take control of your decisions, set clear goals, and bring the hidden, immature parts of your psyche into awareness, you break free from old traumas and patterns that once held you back. The process of individuation, as Jung described it, is not just theory, but a living practice, an invitation to integrate your shadows, heal your wounds, and move toward wholeness. Repeating the past happens when we live unconsciously, driven by fears and repressed emotions. But when you confront these shadows, you reclaim your power. Jung warned that there is no coming to consciousness without pain, and it is through this necessary discomfort that transformation takes place. By facing what you have denied, you no longer let it sabotage your future. Instead, you turn wounds into wisdom and failures into strength. This is intelligence aligned with spiritual wisdom, the ability to make the unconscious conscious and choose differently. In modern life, where distraction and blame are easy escapes, growth demands courage and responsibility. You cannot control what life gives you, but you can control how you respond. Every choice, whether in your career, relationships, or inner life, is a chance to either repeat cycles or write a new story. To live intentionally is to recognize that your past is a teacher, not a sentence, and that your potential unfolds each time you choose awareness over avoidance. Jung's reminder is timeless. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The power to shape your destiny lies in your hands, and it begins with conscious choice, clarity of intention, and the courage to grow. If you're ready to take conscious responsibility for your life and step fully into your true potential, comment below. I choose responsibility. Let this be your declaration of empowerment today. 4. Turning weaknesses into strengths. Weaknesses and flaws, when embraced with awareness, are not obstacles but stepping stones toward growth. Sensitivity, often seen as fragility, becomes a powerful channel for empathy, creativity, and deep understanding. It allows you to perceive what others overlook and opens doors to wisdom that lies beneath the surface of daily life. Stubbornness, criticized as rigidity, can be refined into resilience and determination. The inner strength that keeps you committed when challenges arise. History is filled with individuals who were once called obstinate, yet it was precisely this quality that fueled their breakthroughs and lasting contributions. Imagination, sometimes dismissed as impractical, is in truth one of the greatest treasures of the mind. For Jung, it was the bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, a key to unlocking hidden truths. When disciplined and directed, imagination becomes the seed of transformation, shaping visions that can manifest into reality. Spirituality and spiritual awakening are not about erasing these so-called flaws, but about integrating them into the wholeness of your being. Jung's process of individuation teaches that light and shadow, strength and weakness must be united for the self to truly emerge. Sensitivity evolves into awareness, stubbornness into perseverance, imagination into creation. Each perceived weakness becomes a guide, showing you where your greatest lessons are waiting. When you consciously transform them, you turn raw vulnerability into refined strength. The path to your true potential lies not in rejecting yourself, but in fully accepting who you are, using every imperfection as sacred material for becoming whole. 5. Spiritual connection and reflection. Carl Jung believed that connecting with something greater than yourself, whether it is God, the universe, or the vast flow of human civilization, gives life a deeper meaning. This connection allows you to rise above the surface level of material pursuits and feel part of a greater whole. In solitude and reflection, you begin to see clearly what belongs to you and what has been imposed upon you by society, culture, or family. Without this pause, you risk living under borrowed expectations, never discovering your real voice or your full potential. As Jung said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart, reminding us that spirituality and spiritual development are practices of aligning with inner truth, not abstract ideas. Through this alignment, you awaken an inner compass that guides your choices with authenticity. Life no longer revolves around status or approval, but becomes a journey toward wholeness. This is the heart of individuation, the process of integrating all aspects of yourself, even the hidden shadows you fear to face, into one complete being. Solitude offers the courage to confront these shadows, while reflection helps transform them into wisdom. Every moment of silence becomes a step toward greater awareness. Every honest encounter with yourself, a spark for spiritual awakening. Modern life pulls you in many directions, filled with distractions, comparisons, and pressures that make you feel restless or disconnected. Jung taught that the remedy lies not in doing more, but in stillness, in listening to the quiet voice within that reveals your authentic path. Practices like prayer, meditation, or time in nature reconnect you with the infinite, filling you with strength and clarity. When your outer actions align with this inner truth, you move through life with purpose, peace, and authenticity. True potential is not found in becoming someone else, but in fully becoming yourself. And it is through spirituality and spiritual development that this transformation unfolds. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss powerful insights like this. Keep nurturing your spiritual connection by typing in the comments, "I am aligned with divine wisdom and reflection." As we close this journey into Carl Jung's wisdom, remember that unlocking your true potential begins with the courage to know yourself and embrace the path of individuation. Every step you take toward self-awareness is a step toward living the life you were meant to live. If this message has inspired you, I invite you to like this video, share it with others who may need it, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos filled with insights to guide your spiritual growth.